excited.
I'm going to answer your questions on how to balance your side hustle, side business, along with your job, all in Dubai and the places that I go to in Dubai. Have fun following the journey with yours truly. Oh my goodness, such a great question. I think when your life gets very busy and distracted and noisy is when the pain and frustration starts to come in. And so what you have to do is learn how to silence the noise and distractions that come in, because you're trying to balance two huge priorities in your life anyway. So how do you stay sane? You silence the distraction, the noise that are creeping in, that is frustrating you and that is making you even more annoyed. You have no social life. You will not have a social life until you get in the hang of what your job schedule routine looks like compared to what your side business routine looks like, because you have to know how many hours are going to be allocated to the side business after you come home from your job, your day job or your night job, whatever it is. Until you get that under wraps, then you can say, okay, now I have this and this block of time to spend time with my loved ones. But you have to know each week what day and time slot will be your time for social time, or else it will never happen. And do not bank for more than 2 days of social time, because you have to remember that you're on a mission, and that is to build your side hustle or your side business to become your main source of income. But you're working at your job until you can get there. This hotel is the most expensive hotel in the world. Time management. Oh my goodness. Time is everything. If you did not grow up hearing that, I'm going to tell you right now, time is everything. It is the only commodity, the only investment that you do not get back. Careful with what you do with your time. Are you going to spend it on Netflix all day, or are you going to spend it trying to build your empire? That's up to you. So time management is important when you are balancing your job and your side hustle or business. Why? Because you can find yourself being distracted by many things that don't need attention to your time. To have better time management, you need to have a routine in place. That's the best way. And you break it up through 3 categories: morning, afternoon, evening. Once you start recording what you're doing, then write down what you should be doing. And then you'll see how much time is being allocated to the things you're doing in your life and what needs to be changed. That's how you manage your time. It all depended on where my hours are being spent. So I knew that from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, 8 of those hours were going to the job. Any hours outside of that, I had left to play with sleep, eating, Side hustle, self-care practices. What does that look like? My routine for self-care happens in the morning. So self-care, that was either journaling or my devotions, prayer or meditation, and exercise. That all happened in the morning because I knew when night came, it's over. I would either be too exhausted to mentally pay attention to something. After my morning routine of whatever I decide to do for that morning, then I go to work, and then after work is then my side hustle time, business time. For Hello Culture, that would be a language night. So whether there's Spanglish, Chinglish, or Nuit Franglais, that would be 2 hours allocated to that and an extra hour to do admin things, marketing things for Hello Culture. Then after those 3 hours, I'd spend another 2 hours on some other projects that I have to work on. And then when I see 11:30, it's time to go to sleep. And so my routine was broken down depending on what was important for that day, because each day is different. My routine isn't the same every day. It all depends on which day it is, because Mondays was my free day. I didn't work on Mondays. Tuesdays, I have church, and then I have language night, and then I have some laptop admin marketing work to do. If you haven't wanted to give up yet, you haven't worked hard enough. Because there has been so many times that I wanted to give up, and I realized at the end of the day that I can't, because I was placed on this earth to do whatever that side hustle was, and the job was just the means to the end. When I get so frustrated and so tired and so exhausted with having to balance the job and the side hustle, I realize that I'm not balanced within myself. And when I'm not balanced with myself, that's when I do some introspecting time. I have to go back to my foundation. And my foundation is my faith, which is Jesus, and reading the Bible. I realized that I was too much into the world, too much wanting more, getting bigger, and losing sight of what really matters, which is the heart, how you love, how you live, your character, and being a light and love in the world. Those things were missing. And so that's what I do. I would have to go back to Jesus, go back to my foundation, to my source of water to be fed again. And that's reading the word, and worshiping and praying. Marketing is needed, and it is a lot when you are doing your side hustle and starting your business out on yourself, because you're wearing all the hats. And marketing is the most needed hat, as that is the source that drives your business to the next level, that scales your business. So this question is a personal question. However, it works for everyone, because everyone who's doing their side hustle needs to market. And it's actually kind of difficult just because it all depends on the product and what it is. But what I will tell you to do is create a marketing strategy that works for you and your timeline and your life, because there are some extreme marketing strategies and techniques out there, but that doesn't mean that you need to do that. Just to touch a little base on your question, if it's a book, then I would say you would want to go on a book tour. You're going to want to do book readings. That takes a lot of time. Back to time management and routines. You have to figure out your routines first. Second, you have to figure out when are those times in between your routines or in your routines that you can allocate to marketing your side hustle or side business. Questions is stemmed from time management, and I understand, because that is the hardest part in balancing the two. How do you do it? Well, I think I already expanded on that through the other answers of the questions, but it's all about routine, it's all about understanding the importance of time, and it's all about being aware, and it's all about planning what you want your everyday life to look like. That's how it will work. And if you would like me to do a video on time management or more in depth, then please comment below and let me know.